All right, what's going on, FishAholics? Welcome back. And currently right now I am in Fairburn, Georgia. And I've been here for the last like 2.5 days. And it's a beautiful day. And today is our 8th day on our journey south to Florida. And we just packed up the car. And, we were visiting some family, some friends here. Didn't do a whole lot of fishing except for on day 6. We hit Lake Lanier. And today we're making that final trek to Florida. I think we got about an 8-hour drive. It's a little after 1 o'clock. So we're going to get on the road. And I want to not just drive straight to Florida, of course, because that I would say would be a sad, sorry ending to this little tour that we've taken. So we're going to try and get on the highway and use Google Maps to spot any kind of body of water that we can kind of fish on our way down as we go through Georgia and get to Florida. So let's hop in the car and let's go for a ride. Alright, so our ETA is 9:22 without any stops, and it's about 1:30 in the afternoon. Let's set a goal to try and fish at least 4 to 5 separate bodies of water and get to Florida before it gets dark. Alright, found spot number 1. We're gonna start off with a little swim bait. Never fished here, looks good. I don't know, it's a pretty big body of water. But this back right in here is like a creek that comes in, or just a cove. So we'll give it a shot. Sun is nice and strong. Water's a little dirty looking, but it's 3:15. We'll give it 30 minutes. If we don't get any bites, then on to spot number 2. And we got some type of dead fish right here. That's a crappie caucus, big crappie caucus. That'd be pretty cool to catch one of those. Probably shouldn't have touched that fish, but I'm a fisherman. I'm curious to see what's here. Another little crappie, another little crappie. Got some nice rocks here. Sun's shining right along there. Looks like a good spot. There could be some pre-spawned bass or pre-spawned panfish. Cruising along here looking for some bait fish that are maybe pushing up into this warmer, shallower water. A lot of garbage over here. Probably pretty heavily trafficked. Oh, there's a fish right there. Boom. All right. First fish bites the dust. It's not a big one, but it's a start right along the rocks. We actually started over there on those rocks and then came over here. And, this section here probably has been hit by the sun all day, so it's probably a lot warmer water over here. That's why that bass was here. All right, let's give it a shot on the other side here. All right, we're out of time, but I just want to catch one more. I know this spot probably has a big fish here. There's another one. Hey, got the leader. That's a catch right there. All right, time to get back on the road. Pretty sweet. We caught some fish at our first spot, got the skunk out of the way, and I'm not gonna reveal the lake name. I might put the coordinates down in the description, but it was a good little spot. Caught the first bass within 30 minutes. Probably should have left right after 30 minutes, but we stayed a little bit longer because I was thinking it might be possible we could catch something really big here. And we caught the second fish within another 30 minutes. But time to get back on the road, and we're gonna bust out the map, see if we can find another spot further south, maybe 20 miles, maybe 50 miles, maybe 100 miles south, fish that spot, give it 30 minutes, catch something or not catch something, and then we'll keep doing it over and over again until we get to Florida. All right, it's 4:57. Just got to spot number 2, and we went from Macomb, Georgia to Perry, Georgia. And we've got this nice looking lake here. We're gonna put 30 minutes on the clock. All right, let's see what we can catch. All right, we're gonna start off with the swim bait again. It's a nice looking spillway right over here that empties out and goes onto the road. That could be pretty good as well. Strange, nothing in this juicy looking spillway, but I bet you it's fished pretty hard. A lot of traffic along the banks. I do see a carp sitting right here. Oh gosh, that is swampy. Trying to get somewhat close to this so we can get a decent cast along this bank. Got about 15 minutes left to catch a fish here. Oh god, feet are getting wet. Oh boy. All right, we failed to catch anything here, but oh well. Time to go find spot number 3. All right, so we were headed to Lake Blackshear, but we decided to change our plans because look, we're losing the light. It's getting dark. It's about 6:15, and on our way there, we were gonna go. We I don't know, spotted this small little pond here, so we're gonna try it and see if we can catch a couple more fish before it gets dark. I thought we were gonna have a lot better opportunity to fish a lot more bodies of water and catch a lot more fish, but you know, it got dark quick and we spent a lot of time just traveling. All right, it looks pretty good. It's not a giant spot, but it looks like we got some life along the shorelines, like some bait fish. Could be a couple decent bass in here. Oh, all right, we busted. And we definitely lost a lot of time when we were traveling from spot to spot. You know, I'm sure we probably could have caught a lot more fish if we stayed at that first lake, but that wasn't part of the challenge for today. You know, I wanted to try and fish as many different bodies of water that we could and see if we could catch a bunch of fish. I'm all right, how you doing? I'm coming from Jersey. I was just stopping to stretch my legs and I'm on my way to Florida. I guess I parked in a bad spot, but we were fishing for like 5 minutes and an officer was checking my license. I don't think anything will happen of it, but they're just checking on their local area. All right, so the cop didn't give us a ticket, but he did ask us what would give us the idea to fish that little puddle of a pond. And I told him, you know, I was in desperation fishing, catching mode, trying to catch one more fish before it got dark. I should have just told him, well, I'm a FishAholic, what can I say? But he was cool, you know, he was just doing his job. Of course, everyone with a fishing rod is, you know, up to some suspicious activity, but being at a public church on a Monday evening definitely, I guess, is, you know, kind of suspicious. But anyway, I'm starving. We're gonna go to Chick-fil-A and get a bite to eat. This is like my 3rd time here. It's actually pretty good. I was impressed last month when I was here down in you know, the Atlanta area, and I went to Chick-fil-A. But for the rest of the evening, I think then we're gonna continue our journey to Florida, probably drive until we can't drive no more, and then I'm thinking we're gonna crash in the car and basically do what we did today in Georgia in the northern state of Florida as we get closer and closer to Stuart. So yeah, that's about it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. All Alright guys, we made it through the night and we crashed out at this Exxon gas station in Gainesville, Florida. It's about 7:15 and I've kind of already taken a look at some bodies of water along 75 South and 91, which is the kind of the direction we've got to go towards Stewart or Port St. Lucie. And I think for today we're going to try and just fish, like 3 or 4 bodies of water, kind of just like yesterday. And there's a lot of bodies of water along the way, so it's going to be some pretty spontaneous stuff that we might just like see some spot that might look good on the map or not. If we drive by and it looks good, we're just going to pull off and stop and see if we can catch some fish. We're going to pass, I think, like the Harris chain of lakes, which that's, there's a lot of water around there to fish, but I don't know if we're going to fish there because, a lot of the water is pretty big. But, if there's like a road that goes over, some water and there's a bridge and some rocks and, that could be a good area to catch some nice fish. Sorry, I'm so raspy. I'm going to get some breakfast and come back on the road. Alright, so we made it to spot number 1 and we're walking along the shore of Lake Minneola. There's a lot of wind, so the first thing that comes to mind is throw a crankbait, a little square bill, and there's not a whole lot of shoreline access here because of this, thick grass. There could be some bass sitting in around these sticks here, but there's a bridge over there. I think that'll be more ideal. A little bit calmer over here. This could be pretty good. We got the freaking bush. That's not good. Woo! At least we got the bait back. All right, no bites on the crank bait, so let's try a swim jig. Look at that, juicy swim jig. Big bass will hit that for sure. So like right now, I'm just trying to fish quick and cover some water, and if that doesn't work, then we'll throw on a Texas rigged worm, something a little bit slower, and that should get a bite. It should be enough to at least catch something. Oh man, there's gotta be a fish here. Look at those juicy pads and like a little cove, and then it kind of comes over to here. There's a fish. What the heck is this? Snakehead? Oh gosh, not a bass, maybe a bowfin. Oh, he crushed the swim jig. Whew, look at that prehistoric fish. Sick catch, not of a big largemouth, but we'll take it. Whew. Whew. That was sweet. That was my first bowfin ever. I think it was bowfin. Caught him like right off that tree, right on the end of those little lily pads kind of sticking out from there. And yeah, on the swim jig, let's see if we can get something else interesting, or see if we can figure out the bass in this body of water. That fish actually bent out the hook of the swim jig a little bit. All right, let's try back here on the windy side, see if there's anything. Hey, tree pounder. Got lucky we got this one back. All right, guys, so it's been about like an hour and a half of fishing around since we caught that bowfin. And this is a challenging spot just because of all the vegetation and grass that we have right here. And it's about like 4 to 5 feet around this grass. And we've been flipping the swim jig in and around it. We've been trying, the edges of the grass, like where we've had access to, and we would launch the yak if it wasn't so windy and if a storm wasn't coming, but I think our best bet is to get back on the road. And oh my gosh, look at this. Couple dead bowfin washed up here on the bank. Second thought, this one might be a snakehead. Maybe someone caught those 2 fish and just like killed them on purpose. But anyway, I gotta go find a bathroom, and then we're gonna jump back on the highway and put some more pavement behind us. Alright, we made it, finally. It's a beautiful Stuart, Florida, and I actually didn't change my clothes. It's not the same day, it's the next day. I'm doing my outro now because yesterday when we got here to my captain's house, I was tired. It was getting late, we were losing the light, and it actually started misting a little bit, so I just kind of wrapped it up and figured I'd do my outro today. And we did end up fishing 3, 4, maybe even 5 separate little bodies of water as we continued south. We got skunked everywhere. We were even so desperate to stop at like a service rest area and fish like these 2 polluted puddles, and of course we didn't catch anything. So I just wanted to cut to the chase and not show you some boring footage of me just talking to myself and trying to catch fish around some random, puddles. So anyway, thanks for coming along on this journey south, and now that we're here, I'm excited to see what the future holds for the next month or so, or the fishing holds for the next month or so. So I hope you guys follow along on those adventures as well. So like always, never forget, live to fish, fish to live, and I'll see you guys in the next one.